I'm Stephen Harvey, and I am responsible for sales both here at home in the UK and overseas for Moulton bicycles. And we are based at our home factory in Bradford and Avon down in Wiltshire, and have been selling Moulton bicycles for over 50 years now. Moulton came into being in the early 60s. Dr. Alex Moulton is the designer of the bicycle. He was born in 1920 and lived to the ripe old age of 92. He had worked extensively in aeronautical engineering and also in automotive engineering, and wanted to redesign the bicycle if possible, throw all current designs out of the window, including the standard diamond frame, and create a new bicycle using new engineering precepts. An optimum wheel size was the smaller wheel. He wanted to have very high pressure tyres. With that high pressure, it would have been uncomfortable unless you had full suspension. They had had great success with the Mini's small wheels, which had benefited from the suspension system that he had put on it. And so in effect, he created a groundbreaking design for the bicycle, which gave us the first fully suspended bicycle that was used. It was the first, if you like, unisex bicycle. It had high pressure tyres, and it was a high performance bicycle. So because at that time there were no small wheel bicycles around, it was the first mini velo or small wheel bicycles. He launched it in 1963 and immediately had great response from the public. In his first year, there were a couple of records gained on long distance rides. Cardiff to London, the record was broken twice on Moultons, and I think there he realised we've got something here. During Alex Moulton's life, he always had a great team of people working with him. We have some of those original team members still with us. Having had people in place for so long working alongside Alex that understand how he thought and have access to drawings and his designs, that we've got lots of material moving forward. So we've got a lovely bunch of lads, starting, if you like, with Tim, who's been here for all of his working life. He's been with Dr. Alex Moulton right from the beginning, been with us for over 54 years. He's our main jig builder, so if we have new designs we want to bring into the market, we're able to control all the production processes, including jib fabrication. We have a number of other lads who've been with us in excess of 30 years, so again their working lives dedicated to building Moulton bicycles. And we have young lads coming through that have learned the trade here, have maybe been with us for 9-10 years, building the bikes and passing those skills on to the new chaps coming through. One of the unique features of the Moulton bicycle, we like to think, is that it's almost a perfect cross bike. So you have a very stiff frame, in many cases separable, that can be used as a high-end road bike, a performance bike. At the same time, because of its stowability, it can be very useful as a commuter bike, and also because of its suspension, lends itself very, very quickly to being an excellent touring bike. So you've got those three things, racing, touring and commuting, all in one bike. But at the same time, inevitably people have their favourites. They may choose to forego separability to lose a little bit of weight on the bike. And so we have about 4 or 5 bikes that we would regard as high performance, and we call them the speed bikes. Then we have a mid-range of bikes very well suited to touring. We probably have 5 or 6 bikes in that range, and then commuting bikes, and again another 4 or 5 bikes that we would suggest might be appropriate for town riding. And we've just had a very recent foray into the world of gravel bikes, if you like. We've got the new XTB coming out, which we're very happy with, which is a bit of a combination of the bicycles that we have that offer great touring capabilities, but at the same time with slightly lower pressure tyres a fatter tyre and a fun ride. Many of the frames are of a single size, but some of the models have a couple of size options on them. But as a general rule, the bicycle is designed so that it's fully adjustable and that it can either see you through a number of years of growth. It can be shared between different family members or be set up for different uses. So you might have your bicycle set up in a touring position or in a more aggressive riding position. So we're very happy to have people come and visit us. It's very nice to have visits to the factory. With a little bit of notice, we can even offer a walk through the factory so that you can see the lads fabricating the bikes right the way through from raw steel to painting, polishing, final assembly. And then we can go out on a test ride. We normally have 2 or 3 demo bikes that we can ride and give people a bit of an introduction to the Moulton bike that way. That would normally come after a point of contact, like a demo ride either here at the factory or at one of our dealerships here or overseas. And at that point the customer would probably find out which bicycle suited them best. They would place an order, and currently our lead time is around about 8 to 10 weeks. We come to the bespoke show because in many ways it is a bespoke bicycle, and we love to work alongside and show alongside other bespoke frame builders. Where we can, we try and be as standardised as possible, so that has allowed us use of standard components like some of the higher end racing or performance bikes carry Campag Super Record, and we have things set up so that you will be able to buy, off-the-shelf components. We have a 20-inch wheel, so that allows people to have a full choice of tyre sizes and inner tubes. Some of our bicycles, maybe 30%, have a 17-inch wheel, and that requires a more specialist tyre size, but that's catered for with the Schwalbe offering. On our head badge, you will see the hall. It's the Jacobean residence of the Moulton family over a century and a half. There are renditions of the badge that use the M, the Moulton M, and occasionally we use the AM of Alex Moulton.